What is up, Bomb Squad? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. Before we get started, first and foremost, thank you for all the support on the stickers and all of that stuff with rebuilding the Malibu. And speaking of the Malibu, the topic of today's quick talking head video is water pumps. So if you've been following along on the channel, you know that we wrecked the Malibu out at Thunder Valley in Oklahoma a little bit ago, and the culprit seems to be, from what I can, as far as I can gather, is the aftermarket water pump that I had on my car. So what water pump did you have? Well, this was my water pump, and this piece is actually supposed to be right there. So it popped off. It has an O-ring. It looks like this is just a interference fit. This is a gate water pump, and it pushes in. And in normal operation, when you're just putting and you're sitting in traffic and you're just, probably well below 4,000 RPM, on a normal, unless you drive like Mario Andretti, you're probably not doing 7,000 RPM shifts and drag racing and putting this thing through the paces we were. But had I even known that this was an issue, come to find out it is a common issue with these types of pumps, I would have addressed it and done something about it, because safety is very important, especially when you're drag racing and you are pushing the limits of your stuff. So that led me to kind of wonder and go, well, hey, I've got some pumps in my backyard, side yard. Let's kind of look at those. So I had this one sitting out there. And also too, this is a LS3 style pump. So it is a shorter spacing. And then I actually ran spacers off of this to keep it truck spacing for the accessories, and so my alternator and all my other stuff fit. So I had a pretty good sized gap, so this thing could obviously push out. And I was thinking, well, what if I didn't have those spacers? Was that part of the problem? But I'll show you a quick one. And no, it doesn't matter if you had those spacers or not, because even if this was on the block, there's still enough room for it to pop off and come out. Which also leads me to this one. So this one is truck style spacing, right? You can look at the difference real quick, just so you can see how much taller this is. It sets it out from the balancer and all that. Well, that just exacerbates the same problem. So this, obviously, I believe is a Gates as well. Yeah, looks like it's another Gates pump. Same thing. So this is just pressed in. This is what this one looked like, right? So this poses the same hazard. And then I took it all the way back to this one. If you follow the channel long enough, you recognize this color. This is the color that I painted my motor and everything when I the very first junkyard motor. This is the OG. Truck style pump, truck spacing, but you're gonna notice one key difference. Bam. It looks like it bolts on and probably has a gasket. So this could fail, I would imagine, and leak. You can get a hole in this or the gasket or whatever, but it's not going to do you like that, right? I doubt. If you blow the back of this off and blow these bolts out, you probably have some other major issues and problems. This thing served me well. The only reason we swapped out from this style is because where the filler net comes out. So in this one, it comes out here. This is actually yeah, I guess that's facing the right direction, and then even in this guy, because I almost went with this style, but then you're still kind of up top to the side. So this is actually a car water pump, and it kind of cleaned up where the hose went, so I didn't have this big old donkey hose. That's why we ended up here using this versus sticking with the old tried and true, which is funny because looking back, the donkey hose versus this. But also, you could have a hose failure. I mean, anything can happen. It is drag racing. So if you guys are using these gate style pumps and you're using forced induction or just spinning it and pushing your motor, please, I haven't figured out any, there's tons of ways you could keep this in there, I guess. But go Google it, search around, figure it out, but make sure you're safe. Make sure your pump's not gonna pop off and do dumb things and put water under your tires, and then you'll be in a situation like me where you gotta build your car again. So leave your comments, thoughts, maybe fixes. If you guys have fixes, maybe you can point me in a direction, I can share it. I just want to use the platform to educate everybody else on the pumps and the different styles. So look at the back of that one, or maybe go check in your car and kind of look, and at least food for thought, and have an idea of, hey, this could happen, and it could happen to you. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's a fluke, and I hope I'm the only idiot that it happened to, and we will change it out. But again, I just want to make you guys aware of it. Stay safe. We need to go fast. Get out there, spend an hour a day, get your project running, fix your pump so it doesn't fall apart, go do some smoky burnouts, and you guys have a fantastic day. I'm out.